Welcome to Enhanced Smart Skills. Today we're going to tackle a topic that for software testers can feel, well, incredibly complex: the evolution of telecom technology. It's a world just full of jargon and history, but don't worry, we're going to simplify it all and connect the dots for you starting right now.
Have you ever found yourself looking at a telecom system and just asking, why is this so confusing? If you have, trust me, you are not alone. And it turns out there's a really good reason for all that complexity.
You've probably been hit with a whole whirlwind of terms just like these, right? They all seem completely disconnected and it can feel pretty overwhelming. But what if I told you they're all part of one single story? Today we're going to build that story together, piece by piece.
To understand our complex present, we have to go back to a much simpler past. So let's start at the very foundation, the era of the landline.
So, the original system was the PSTN, the Public Switched Telephone Network. Its goal was beautifully simple. Just let two people talk over a long distance. And it did this using a method called circuit switching. Now, imagine a physical dedicated phone line being reserved just for your call. That connection made it incredibly reliable, but also very inflexible.
So why does this old tech matter to a tester today? Well, because its ghost is still in the machine. So many of the billing models, the call flows, and even the regulatory rules we test against had their roots right here. I mean, think about per-minute billing. That whole concept comes directly from reserving a physical circuit. We still test complex rating rules today that are basically haunted by that 100-year-old logic, even on a brand new 5G network.
And then came the first truly big leap. We cut the cord and moved from wires to wireless. And this changed absolutely everything. This shift brought us the very first generations of mobile technology. You had 1G, which was just simple analog voice, but 2G was a massive step forward. It introduced digital voice and, for the first time ever, SMS text messaging. Then 3G is where things started to get really interesting, bringing us the first real mobile internet and even video call.
And you can see exactly how our jobs as testers had to evolve right alongside it. 2G introduced the store and forward logic for SMS, which is a design pattern a lot of systems still use. Then with 3G, suddenly, complex data charging and network performance testing became absolutely critical. Each step added a whole new layer of testing complexity.
So here's the journey so far. We went from simple analog voice to adding digital voice and texting to bringing in mobile internet, but the next step is where the game completely changed.
And that brings us to the data revolution. This is the modern era of 4G and 5G, where the fundamental nature of the network was completely reimagined.
If you remember one thing from our time together today, make it this. With 4G, everything became data. Voice was no longer a special, dedicated service. It got demoted to being just another app, competing for resources with your video stream and your web browser. This fundamental shift changes everything for a tester.
So how did this happen technically? We moved from circuit switching to packet switching. Let's think of it this way. Circuit switching was like booking a private road just for your conversation. Inefficient, but totally predictable. Packet switching, on the other hand, is like sending your conversation in thousands of little cars all through public traffic. It's way more efficient and scalable, but now you have to worry about traffic jams.
And this is so crucial for us as testers. Packet switching introduces brand new problems we have to test for. You've got latency, which is the delay, jitter, which is when the packets arrive out of order, making audio sound robotic, and packet loss, when they just don't arrive at all, creating gaps. This is exactly why a call can connect but still sound terrible. Our job shifted from just testing did it connect to what was the quality of the connection.
So looking at all of these overlapping technologies, it's totally natural to ask, why is this system so complicated?
And here's the simple, powerful answer. The complexity isn't a mistake, it's archaeology. Modern telecom systems were not designed from scratch. They were built layer by painful layer over decades, with each new technology just stacked right on top of the last one.
So let's bring this all together and look at the bigger picture. Why is this history so essential for you as a tester?
So what's the key takeaway here? Well, remember that telecom evolved from a simple voice service into a really complex, data-driven world. Each generation added a new layer, and crucially, those old layers never fully went away. They still run side by side with the new ones. Understanding this history isn't just trivia, it's what gives you the context to diagnose those tough defects with real confidence. Because at the end of the day, understanding the why behind the system, not just executing the what in a test case, is how you move from being a test executor to becoming a true telecom testing expert. It gives you the confidence to ask smarter questions and find the bugs that really matter. And that's our goal here at Enhanced Smart Skills, to give you that deeper understanding. If you found this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe for more simplified telecom and testing concepts.